Styling and profiling here on the Kicking It with the Colonels. What do you think of our new setup? It's pretty good, doesn't it?
I like it. I feel official.
Wes and KJ here on the Kicking It with the Colonels podcast. We got brand new mics. We're in this nice meeting room. Great setup. Always great to talk EKU sports. That's what we're going to do here. A little bit later on, Lariah Wooden will join us for our guest interview. She just won ASUN gold medal in shot put. So congratulations to her on that. Really looking forward to getting to talk to her in just a little bit. But, KJ, we start with men's basketball. Unfortunately, it didn't go the way that we wanted it to down in Jacksonville in the 4-5 seed game, lost in the quarterfinals to Jacksonville. And right now they just got a number on the hardwood.
That was actually their fourth straight loss to Jacksonville, so I know that was a little bit of a heartbreaker for them especially. But, yeah, I mean, they had a good season. We can't knock it. I mean, they started off a little rough and then kind of got back to where we're all used to them being, and then, just sometimes you don't always get the celebration at the end.
Yeah, that non-conference can sometimes be rough when you play teams like Clemson and Purdue and teams like that. But all in all, it's an 18-14 record, 12-6 in the ASUN. I think that 12-6 is what everybody's looking at. Of course, you had that 8-game winning streak during the middle of the year.
Yeah.
And I think the job that A.W. Hamilton has done this year, I know it didn't end the way that they wanted it to, maybe his best true coaching job in his time at EKU because of what they lost last year. They lost so much last year, and I think he didn't get the praise that he deserves this year for having a completely entire new roster.
Yeah.
And I think his staff did a really good job. I know he still wishes he'd be playing, though.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, you lost some of your greatest players last year, and to get a whole new team and try to fill that role so quickly it's very hard to do. I mean, softball's trying to do the same thing right now, but he did a great job with that team, with what he had. He turned it around as best as he could, and congrats to him.
The career of Devontae Blanton unfortunately comes to an end, too. You're talking about all those great players, another one to that list. And he's one of the all-time greats throw in EKU history, and just the legacy that he leaves as a 5-year player at EKU. With the portal and everything now, you don't see that. So major kudos to him for his loyalty to EKU. And he's one of the best. Yes,
and I'm happy for him because he actually went out with a great game, 27 points. You can't get much better than that. So.
But as a player, do you think, okay, I got 27, but if I could have got 35, maybe we could make
I'm sure he's thinking that, but if I was him, I'd just focus on the fact that I gave this program 5 years of just hard work and just talent, and I would be proud. I'm proud of him. So,
absolutely. And there's a great piece written by Steve Fole on Devontae Blanton and his legacy. If you can, go check that out at EKUsports.com. A really well-written piece, just kind of symbolizes the career that he had. He was a remarkable player.
It's beautiful.
Right. So women's basketball now, big week for women's basketball. They will host a game in the ASUN tournament. They'll be the 4 seed taking on Stetson 3 o'clock at Baptist Health Arena at 3 o'clock in the quarterfinal round game. That's a big one.
Yes, absolutely. I know they won their last game to Stetson, but they split the conference games. What do you think their biggest focus should be in this next game?
I think it has to be, obviously you have to take care of home court advantage.
Yes.
Because Stetson is so good at home. I think pulling them away from DeLand is huge.
Yes.
Because EKU went into that game knowing that they had to win to get a home game, and they were able to do that, which is huge. So you have to play home court advantage, use that to your advantage. And then the biggest thing is for EKU is to, in my opinion, to stay out of foul trouble.
Yes.
In both of those games against Stetson, EKU had 20 fouls called against them the entire game. So they do a really good job of getting you into foul trouble, and you gotta play disciplined ball and make sure that you can take care of your business and move on to the semifinals. They moved on to the semifinals last year. Hopefully they can do it again this year. What do you think?
I'm excited to see it for sure. I think EKU does have everything they need to win this game. It's just all about, staying disciplined, staying tight. I know the last few games were very physical with Stetson, so to just make sure they keep their cool and, get the job done.
Yeah, because emotions are going to be high in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
Emotions are always high in any tournament.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They are 6-3 at home this year. Of course, didn't play at home till January because of the renovations. So 6-3 at home. Colonel Nation, we need you to come out, support the women's basketball team. You can get your tickets, EKUsports.com. Need to pack out Baptist Health Arena. Probably going to be the last postseason game at EKU for the foreseeable future because earlier this week, the ASUN Conference just announced that they're moving the tournament to Jacksonville next year.
Yeah, just straight into Florida. But you know what? I'm going to say that there's no bias. But, I mean, this is your last chance to go see a postseason game in the little, what's the new area that they built in AC?
Yeah, the club concourse level and the premium suites.
Yes. Yeah. I heard they're giving away free Chick-fil-A if you pay an extra $20. But.
Wow. They're giving it away in exchange for $20. Yeah. But no, we definitely need all of Baptist Health Arena to be packed for the women's. You talk about legacy and career. Obviously, that'll be the case for Alice Recanati, the fifth. She's kind of the Devontae Blanton of the women's team. Just 5 years at EKU, setting the record books apart. I think she's going to have a big postseason. And the ASUN for 8 straight years have run through Florida Gulf Coast, and hopefully this is the year that they won't run the table.
Yeah. We're getting tired of it. I'm going to be honest. It's time for the Colonels to step up and paint that ASUN tournament maroon a little bit.
Well, speaking of stepping up, let's move on to softball now.
Okay.
13-5 record, won 5 in a row. My co-host is the ASUN Player of the Week, the reigning ASUN Player of the Week. Had to be a big honor for you. First of all, congratulations for
Thank
that.
you.
But it had to be a big honor for you.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, usually when people get those kind of awards, like they're expecting it, like, oh yeah, I had a good week, maybe I'm up for this. I had no idea. I was laying in bed, tucked in, about to take a nap when my coach texted me congratulations. So, it's been fun. The weekend right before last, I didn't have a great weekend, so I'm just glad that I could put in the work to turn that around. So, I'm proud of my team.
How do you hit 714 in a week with 11 RBI and not know that you have a chance for Player of the Week?
Honestly, I think I'm just so focused on, getting the job done and, scoring runs, moving a runner, staying locked down on defense that I kind of just didn't even realize how well of a job I was doing, if that makes sense.
But like you said, you don't have 11 RBI without people in front of you getting on.
Yeah,
so a lot of kudos to them. I know it's kind of the cliche speak, but it does make a big difference.
It absolutely does, because I know I started off the year last year as leadoff, and it was a little frustrating because I would get on and nobody would get me in. But it's like nobody talks about those first people that just start the rallies, but they're incredibly important. Incredibly important.
Well, ever since coming home now, it's you've won all 5 games at home now.
Yes.
Hopefully that streak can continue. What do you think was the biggest key to the team's success last week?
Oh, that's a really good one. I think just putting the team before themselves, that can be very hard in this game just because it's so statistical and you just want to get your batting average up. You want to hit as many home runs as you can, but, sometimes you just have to put that pride aside and, lay a bunt down, get somebody over, hit the ball to the right side, get somebody in. So we've been working behind the scenes a lot on just situations and making sure that we're doing the job that is required of us at that moment. So I think that's really helped a lot.
That's what sets good teams apart from each other.
Exactly.
I think so.
Absolutely.
We got to talk about Vic in the circle.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness, she was sensational.
Don't get me started. I'm so proud of her. She has been working so hard just to prove that she is the person that she is. And I'm just so proud that she's actually finally seeing those results that she's been putting in that work for. But yeah, 2 one-hit games, you can't make that up. You cannot make that up.
Playing behind her, what have you noticed as the biggest difference this year from last year?
I want to say nerves. Last year she was very nervous. And she would come to me all the time. We played UK, and she would kill me for admitting this, but she said her first inning, when she started, she threw up on the mound and hoped that nobody noticed. But I think, sophomore year, she's kind of settled in. She's feeling confident. She's feeling, great about how she's doing. And I love supporting her, and I love seeing this side come out of her.
Yeah, last weekend, 12 innings, 2 hits allowed, no runs, 11 strikeouts.
Yes.
Sensational. You got a doubleheader this upcoming weekend, Purdue-Fort Wayne, Indiana State. You're on a nice little stretch at home, which I'm sure is really advantageous for you all.
Absolutely. I was getting tired of the bus. I'm not going to lie. Traveling is fun. I like staying in the hotels, but it's great to be at home and just, wake up in your bed every once in a while.
For sure. All right, let's move on to tennis now. Big weekend for both the men and the women's tennis team.
Absolutely, with a sweep over Belmont. Yeah. I wish we could have done that. We split with them, so.
Yeah, that's huge. And so you get to tennis, and I think they play UConn this upcoming week too as well.
Yes.
So tennis sometimes it kind of gets lost in the shuffle a little bit, I feel like, on campus. But you look at the progress that they've made, and it's been trajecting in the right direction.
Yes, just like basketball, they started off a little bit rough, but they're absolutely turning it around, and it's very evident. They got this tough match against UConn, though, so we'll see how that works. But yeah, they're doing a great turnaround. They're doing a great job over there for sure.
Moving on to track and field now. Just completing the indoor championships. Men finished 3rd, women finished 7th in that event. And as I call it, KJ, track you, just back at it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you just look at track, they are consistently good. Like you can never knock them. Like you can always have faith that our track and field team will always prevail in what they're doing. And it's amazing to watch. It's fun. It's good to know that Eastern Kentucky will always be good at something.
Yeah. It has been ever since they started the track program. You look at some of the medalists there in the indoor, and a lot of gold, some silver, even some bronze in there for some of these athletes.
Yes, Justine Kipkowicz actually came in with a conference meet record to win gold. Imroth also won gold in the mile. Arawi got silver. And Lariah Wooden, as we're about to cover, she won gold shot put as a freshman. And then Matthew C. also won silver in shot put, and he just started.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Former another sport player, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he a football player?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wow.
It's crazy.
And a PR for Imroth, too?
Yes.
Man, the accolades just continue. So now it's on to outdoor season for track and field. They will start their outdoor season in just a couple of weeks. Indoor just wrapping up. And we talked about Lariah Wooden. Man, she is fun to watch, just coming off that gold medal in the shot put. And she joins the Kicking It with the Colonels next. Our guest today is coming off an ASUN gold medal. She is in the shot put. It's Lariah Wooden here on the Kicking It with the Colonels podcast. Lariah, welcome. Thanks for taking some time out.
Thanks for having me.
She did tell me about 5 minutes before she was more excited to be on the podcast than she was to win the gold medal. I'm kidding, of course. I'm going to get a phone call in about 5 minutes after this. She said, what? No. Coming from Indianapolis, freshman from Indy, what's been the biggest transition for you to adjusting to EKU?
I think it's just like the culture down here. Kentucky is very, very different. And it was just like getting to know like my ways in and out and getting to know a lot of new people. But it's been all right. Not better than Indiana, but it's been all right.
Nothing is, right?
Nothing.
What's been the biggest adjustment from high school to college so far for you?
I'll say practice. I'm not even going to lie. Practice has been way different, way longer, way harder. Coach, he a good one. He got me where I needed to be, but like practice been beating me up, like ice baths every other day. And then the cold weather. Before I came here, I ain't had no thumb. It was crazy.
So is Indiana not cold?
It's cold, but we going inside.
Okay.
Kentucky, y'all don't care. Y'all outside every day.
Coming in year one, you win the gold in the ASUN and the shot put. Take us through what that experience was like. I imagine that had to be everything you wanted to dream of and more.
It was just, I was really on a sugar high. I took 2 Red Bulls because I was nervous. And it was just like, It wasn't the pressure of winning because I came in seated first. It was just more like numbers. Like, I need the number. And everybody around me was like, you need to win. I'm like, I don't know. I was real nervous. But it was about the grace of God, because she fouled her last one, and I just knew I won because she's a heck of a thrower. But it was just like, somebody got to have a bad day. And it just so happened it was her. And I was grateful. Last throw, best throw. I was so excited. My team was right behind me.
Were you nervous for her last throw?
I was gripping on my shirt. I'm like, please.
Did you think that you would have this much success this fast?
I actually didn't. I came in with the mindset of just like, get your numbers up, go through the ropes, just get a hang of everything. I had no idea I would be ASUN champ my first year.
Where's the gold medal at?
Hung up right on my wall with the jersey.
I'll be wearing that thing around campus.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
look what I
thinking
did.
about it. I was thinking about it.
Yeah, you should have wore it to here too.
I definitely should have.
Yeah, we could have
Definitely
done
should have
something.
showed it off for sure.
Let me go grab it real quick.
Yeah, time out real quick. So tell us a little bit about the shot put. I know it's still relatively new to you. You haven't been doing this a long time. Tell us how you got involved in the shot put.
It was like during COVID year, my freshman year. I just got out of basketball, and it was just like, he asked me to do it. He was like, come do track, you'll like it. And I came to one practice, and we was just going through it. He was like, you could be really good at it. And I was just like, I still got basketball today. He was like, no, come in after basketball. You could get a little throws in. You could do a little bit. And I was just like, okay, let's do it. And just so happened, I had real good success my first year doing it. And COVID year was really a bad year. I gained a lot of weight, but it was definitely worth it. And always shout out Coach L.
Who, along with him, who else has kind of helped train you along the way?
Really, everybody in Indiana. Indiana, the throws group is like really big, so it's just like everybody wants to do it. Everybody wants to win. So it was just like, I went from Coach L and Coach Collins, my favorite science teachers ever, to going to North Central to work with him, to going to Athlete Indy to work with them. And along the way, I met so many people, so many amazing throwers. And it was just like, everybody wanted to help me. Everybody wanted to see me win. Like, when I won ASUN, it was a big thing. So it was just like, everybody in Indiana helped me.
I'm sure your phone blew up after that too,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask, like, what was the reaction like back home?
Everybody went crazy. It was just like, you deserve this. This is something you've been working for. And I was just like, I cried because it was like, this what we wanted. And the first year I got it, it was amazing.
So how do you, I know this will be a question for later on in your career, but like, you've achieved all this as a freshman. Like, what is there to look forward to next year? Is it just repeat what you did this year? Also
repeat it, but like bigger numbers and break every record I can. My record to beat this year is EKU's record, and I'm off like by 2 feet, probably 1. And that's just the plan, to break every record as I go.
I don't see how they do that. Like, take us through, like, you hold it against your neck. Just
Yes.
that seems so uncomfortable to me. How did you get used to all that? Because you look at it, it's not a light object either that you're tossing into the air.
When I first started, I thought it was the worst thing in the world. But now it's just like, you got to get comfortable, find what you like. Some people put it like directly under the ear. Some people put it on the back of their neck. Me, I prefer like right here, get a little comfortable stance, you know. Hey, I'm not going to lie. One time when I was throwing, it came out and I busted my finger all the way backwards.
Wow.
So you got to get a good grip on it, get you a good glider, good spin. But once you get comfortable with it, you got it. You got it.
I would need a good dentist because I feel like if I just spin, those 2 front teeth are coming out because I'm hitting the platform.
I have this teammate. She fell over the ring, almost did a backflip. I was just like, honey, let's sit this one out.
So you've never done that before? Like, you've never had a bad throw? Wow.
I've had a bad throw, but I like stepped over the block. I never face planted.
Okay.
Not yet. Cross my fingers. So yeah, we're gonna pray I never fall, because if I ever fall in a meet, I'm going home. I'm never coming back.
That'll be on the blooper reel. We don't want to make the blooper reel. No. So you were telling me before we started this a little bit of basketball and even a little bit of soccer in your career earlier.
Yeah, soccer. I'll never do that again. Too much running.
Very much.
And I learned my lesson quick. I cannot run to save my life.
What position do you play?
I played goalkeeper.
Okay.
And it was too much for me. Even basketball.
Even goalie was too much running?
It was so hot one time, and I had on this long sleeve. It was like 90 degrees outside. And it was like, you got to keep it on, you got to keep it on. I'm almost passed out. I said, somebody's help me out. It was like, we don't have any more goalkeepers. I said, find one ASAP. And then basketball was really my first love. I love basketball, but running up and down the court was just never my thing. It was just something to do in high school. But shout out Coach Banks. He was a real one, but I can't do basketball no more.
So here's what I do during my spare time. I'll look up all this random information. So I was doing some research on you from Crispus Attucks.
Yeah.
Yep. You may have to Google this person, but the same high school as Oscar Robertson.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
The main man.
Yeah. So is that a big deal in Indy?
It is a big deal. We actually have a museum in our school. It's a whole thing dedicated to him.
Okay.
And everything else dedicated to that.
You hear those keyboard clicks? That's younger folks Googling Oscar
Yeah,
Robertson
that's
right
me
now.
Googling right now.
You don't know who
What's
that is?
No.
One of the best basketball players of all time.
Okay, see,
He
yeah.
won an MVP with the Cincinnati Royals, then the
Yeah.
Bucks.
He was the man.
Yeah, yeah, he was a stud. 12-time All-Star or something like that. He was
Wow.
pretty solid. Well, I'll have to get you to Google him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I know, like in basketball, when you would go to the free throw line, you probably had a routine. When you played goalkeeper, you had a routine. Do you have a routine when you do a shot put?
Yeah. Okay, so on the ring, it's like 2 lines. I would knock my feet on it like 2-3 times, get a little grip, loosen up. And then I would put the ball over my head, kind of swing it around a little bit just to get loosened up. And then I would do a little mini prayer, hoping I don't fall. And then, well, before that, I'll put chalk everywhere. You ever see a shot putter with a lot of chalk on them? Mm-hmm. That's me. I just throw it everywhere, get it real loose, and I get my throw on. I get a little spin in, and that'd be all. My coach hate when I do it, though. He be like, just throw the ball.
Coach, I got to go through my routine.
Gotta do it.
Got to trust the process.
I'm
if you
sure
want
he's
the results.
stressing it now
Yeah.
after the
He be
gold
stressing
medal.
himself out with it. I'd be like, Coach, just let me do my thing. Come on now. He'd be like, no, throw the ball. You're wasting energy. Like, come on.
So I see shot put as, a lot of people think it's just pure strength. Tell me about the footwork. How important is the footwork to getting off a good throw?
It's very important because you could be strong all day, every day, but technically, if you're more technical than the next person, you got it. Because it's a lot of girls who less stronger than me, and they're way better than me. If you got your footwork down and you know what you're doing, you're way better than the next person. I could lift all day, every day, but it will never compete with somebody that got better footwork than me.
Do you see different throwers and say, I like this part of their throw and I don't like this? Do you kind of pick and choose a little bit from other throws that you see?
I definitely do. The girl from Queens that placed under me, she does this thing where, like, she positions herself, like, very low when she start. So when she come around for the spin and go up, it's perfect. It's beautiful. I love when she do that. And I'll definitely be using that next time I throw.
When you first started, because you are still relatively new to shot put, I imagine with seeing the results, coaches had to just be wanting to recruit you so hard. Tell us about your recruiting process and ultimately what landed you and what made you decide that EKU was the place to be.
My recruiting process was very long, and I had to go a lot of places. So it was just basically like everybody pitching the same idea. Oh, you could be a good thrower. You could do this. You could do that. But what brought me to EKU was the environment and the women I met. You know how on an official visit where somebody like take you everywhere and stuff like that? Mine was this girl named Mallory, and I met this girl named Tia. They reminded me of my sisters, and it was just like, this is somewhere I wanted to be. And I met this guy named Matt, cool guy, and it was just like, I need to go somewhere that feels like home instead of going somewhere where I could get good numbers, but like I won't feel as welcoming as they made me.
That's huge. That's huge. And did seeing the success of the track program in the past have any implications on your decision? Because this has been a historically rich track and field program.
It definitely have. And being one of the first stores signed here was definitely something I wanted to do. Like, let's make a legacy here. Let's do our thing. Let's start something new. And it's been nothing but perfect. Shout out the track team. I love my throwers.
It's a close-knit family. It really is.
It definitely is.
What do you see? You just completed your indoor season. Now outdoor season is next. What's your goals for outdoor season?
It's definitely to throw between like 52 to 55. Definitely get my numbers up and to stay consistently in the 50s and to win more meets. That's the plan.
Which do you prefer, indoor or outdoor?
Indoor.
Indoor.
I like being inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so valid. I told all of my people that when I grow up and have kids, none of them are playing an outdoor sport because I'm not sitting in that.
Do you hear me? I can't do it.
It's challenging. So that's your near future plans. What about long term? Are Olympics in the plan, or what's the long term plan for you?
Right now, I qualify for U20, so that's something as I go, I'm getting prepared for it. And long term, it's definitely the Olympics. Like, that's something I want to do, something I want to win, not just go. I definitely want to win. Olympics, what's after that? I definitely want to be a world record holder. That's the plan, to be the best that I could be at this.
Yeah, that's incredible. KJ, you
You
got
know
anything?
how crazy it is to come in as a freshman and be a foot off of the record at the school? Like, I couldn't even imagine doing that my freshman year. Like, my freshman year, my main goal was to just play, like, start and, like, be good. But breaking a record, that's insane. Like, I couldn't even imagine.
Oh, I'm doing backflips everywhere I break that record. Party every day.
So what have you liked most about Richmond outside of the EKU family?
I'll definitely give it to Apollo's Pizza.
Okay.
Shout out them. I love that place. And then just the people that are excited for you. Like when I won ASUN, it was this random older couple that was like, "I'm so proud of you. Good job." And I was like, whose grandma is this? But I was so happy. A lot of people was coming up to me. They're just really proud of you no matter who you are, where you coming from. And then besides that, the people I met on campus, love them down. They don't even know who I am. They be like, "I'm proud of you, good stuff." And I'd be like, who is this? Who are these people?
Yeah.
But it's just the culture here. I love it down here, and I wouldn't change it for nothing.
And it sounds like you've got a really strong support system behind you, maybe back in Indy too, that are huge to your success.
Yeah.
What is it? Mom, dad? What is it there for you?
Mom, dad, sisters, cousins, aunties, coaches, former teachers, everybody. Anybody you could think of, they just have my back through this whole process.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That's amazing.
All right, we got this wheel for you here. We've been working hard on some new questions, and we're going to give you 3 spins, okay? There's a
Okay,
bunch
man.
of random stuff on here, and we're hoping you get karaoke just so we can hear you sing, but we'll let you spin it here 3 times. This thing's heavier than
Yeah,
I
I was
thought
about
it
to
would be.
say. Maybe let the champ get that one.
Yeah, let's let the champ get this one.
Okay, bet.
Turn it there.
Just like
All
right
right.
here. All right, bet.
All right, spin number 1. You're gonna have to tell me because I can't see.
Yeah. What teammate would you pick to be stuck on a desert island with?
This one may make some people mad if you don't.
Yes. You just named a few, so.
I give it to Ava only because she be outside more than anybody, and I know she would know what to do.
That's always smart. I like those people that like plan
Yeah.
like, okay, this person can get me out of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Would she yell at me the whole time? Yes,
Yeah.
but I would take her over
Yeah.
anybody.
Yeah. Some people just pick those people that will just be fun to hang out with. I'm like, no, I want somebody that
Yeah.
can get me out of here.
Yeah.
Y'all will be dead in 2 days.
Yeah.
I would probably cry, but you know, part of the process.
All right, let's go spin number 2. Let's give it a good one. There we go.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
I'm gonna have to go with strawberry or cookies and cream.
Strawberries.
Okay.
I've never heard somebody say that it's a favorite ice cream.
Really?
flavor.
What's yours?
Peanut butter.
Ew.
Okay. Did I ill you?
Who just wake up and be like, yeah, let's eat some peanut butter ice cream?
Who wakes up and wants
Nobody
ice
gets ice cream at 9 in the morning.
Like, what?
I have before. I'm not even gonna lie.
So we're learning all this new stuff about you. So you said strawberries and cookies and cream.
Yeah,
If those are the only two options, which are you choosing?
strawberry.
Strawberry.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So like, will you like for dinner just eat strawberries by themselves? I guess you like really strawberries.
I definitely could
Yeah.
all day, every day.
I mean, I'm not knocking it, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
waking
your
up in the
favorite.
morning saying
My-
strawberry
see,
ice cream.
You're gonna judge me for this, but I'm an OG person.
Pecan.
Vanilla.
No, I don't like. Well, vanilla's good, but just give me good chocolate.
Oh.
Okay,
Chocolate,
that's not bad.
and I'm
That's not
good.
bad.
But like vanilla with chocolate syrup, that's pretty solid too. Can't.
So you just like the like cones of ice cream?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not high maintenance.
Yeah.
just go in, get a good cup of ice cream, good milkshake, and I'm good to go.
Milkshakes, I cannot.
Oh
Mm-mm.
my god.
They will have me on the toilet. I cannot. Mm-mm.
We went from G-rated to PG-rated real quick. All right, Lariah, give us one more spin here. We'll let you go.
Hope you get a good question. Oh, perfect. What job would you be
Oh,
terrible
I thought
at?
we got karaoke there for a second.
I'm gonna say fast food. I'm not even gonna lie.
Why?
Fast food.
Only because of my mom. Somebody get her order wrong. She's on 10. It's over. She on 10. I could imagine somebody on the other side. You're not about to yell at me because your fries was cold. Mm-mm. I cannot. Nope.
That would be a very challenging job.
Yeah.
Major kudos to those who do it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Because hangry people are the worst to deal with.
Don't get me started. Yeah.
You're speaking from experience a
Yeah.
little bit, aren't you? Yeah.
Yes.
It's nuts. Like when people want their food and they don't get it in the time they want or the fashion that they want.
Oh, they on 10
They're-
all
yeah,
day.
yeah.
And I just can't.
That's
At
a
that
really
point, I'm
solid
leaving.
choice.
I'm leaving. You yelling at me for what?
Exactly.
Bye.
Yeah.
I quit.
I don't blame you. Well, Lariah, we are certainly glad you're here at EKU, and I know that the track program and everybody at EKU wishes you the best of luck during outdoor season. Congratulations again on the ASUN gold medal, quite an honor. And when we do this podcast again this time next year, you're going to have to wear that gold medal.
I got you.
And both of them.
Yeah, both of them. Wear both of them, one for this year and one for next year too.
Hopefully all three.
Yeah, just come
Hopefully
in,
I win one
just
outdoor.
all blinged out. Yeah, rep it up.
That's the plan. Thank you for
All right,
having me.
thanks for your time.